Is this Leo's worst movie?
Hey, we's a lot of people.
And welcome back, Desk Poppers, to the greatest show on earth.
Today I am joined with my lovely co-hosts Dolfo and Daniel,
Hey. And today we're going to be going over the movie Killers of the Flower Moon.
directed by...
Martin Scorsese.
We're going to be doing a non-spoiler and spoiler review, so make sure you guys stay to the very end because we're going to be explaining the ending of this movie, what it's all about, because it was a long movie, and I know you guys are confused as much as we are.
Yeah,
So,
hey, if you want, watch the non-spoiler, go watch the movie, and then come back and watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
I do think you should go watch the movie just so you can watch the rest of this video.
So it's funny, when we had decided, to watch this movie, we bought our tickets and everything. We were having lunch.
Without realizing
It was 3.5 hours.
We'll talk about this in the theater experience.
Yeah. Let's start with letter grades.
Let's do our grades first.
Yeah.
Because I want to see
Our
what...
grades.
Oh, so you really want to know what we think?
Yeah, let's compare ours to theirs. All right, Angel, let me know what you thought of the movie.
Me?
Yeah,
C minus.
Really?
C minus.
Wow.
I'm giving it a C+.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead. What do you think?
You guys don't like these classic films.
No, dude, it's not even that. We'll talk about it more, but I have a film that I'm going to compare it to. But go ahead and tell it. I want to know your grade.
The best I can do is give it a B+.
Considering how much shit you talked in the theater?
Nah, it
We were
wasn't a lot
sitting
of
there?
shit. Well, it's because it was a little confusing, but the more I thought about it...
A little bit?
The more I thought about it, the more it started to make sense.
No, it is.
There's still parts that,
We walked out of the theater and you were like, I have no idea what I just watched.
That we'll get... yeah, but then I started thinking about it more.
And
then,
yeah,
and then
no,
I
I
talked...
agree.
And then I talked to my cousin, which
we'll-
made it...
we'll talk about
I'm
it.
surprised that you remember it because when we walked out of the theater, we were pretty tired.
We were
And we'll
tired.
talk about
Yeah,
that
no,
in the theater.
I didn't
experience.
fall asleep, but my eyes did start to close. I was like...
So 2 C's and a B.
That's
B+.
a pretty good grade. I'm not going to lie.
That is a
What
pretty
do the
good
critics say,
grade.
though?
The critics, the cinema score, they give it an A-,
Okay.
which is something I was kind of debating as well.
You wanted to give it a name?
Yeah.
You were thinking about it?
And then Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter is is at a 92%, which
For
is
the
also
critics?
like a
A
for the
minus.
critics.
And then the audience?
And then the audience gave it 84%.
That's not bad. You know what? People
Which
love
is,
this film. Which
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people enjoy these Martin Scorsese films.
Yeah.
Although
And I'll
they
talk
are
about that.
fucking
They're long. They're all long.
fucking 4 hours each one.
I will say, though, the one thing I really did love about this movie was the acting. The acting was,
Superb.
was like on its own level. Everything else sucked, but the acting was top. Like, if you really love acting, this is a movie to go for. So what do you think? What do you think is the biggest difference between us and the critics? Do you think we just
I
don't
wouldn't say
understand
it's
cinema?
not understand the cinema. I think it was just more the story.
So
It was slightly harder to
I
comprehend.
also talked to my cousins. I texted them as soon as we left the theater.
Mm-hmm.
My
Because they
cousin,
watched them.
Tomas and Billy.
at 1 a.m.
And I told him, I was like, hey, this movie sucked. I didn't like it. And Thomas was like, oh, well, did you watch the documentary about it? He's like, there's a 40-minute documentary about Killers of the Flower Moon.
Well, so apart from this film or part?
No,
like,
separate.
yes.
Like
Well,
it explained what happened to the Osage people.
Yeah. This is a true story. Like this
Yeah,
is from
yeah.
this movie is from adapted from a book.
Yeah. He told me, he was like, I think you would have liked the movie better if you watched the documentary first.
And you know what I will say is that my letter grade was worse, and then I read about like the Osage people, and I read about what was happening, and I was like, you know what, I get it, C+. yeah.
You know, I was also thinking about it. I even told Angel this. I'm gonna rewatch the movie, not in the theaters, but I'm gonna wait for it to come out.
That's what I said. I was like, man, you're crazy. Like,
No shot, you're rewatching that, bro.
No, I'm gonna rewatch it because there's definitely things that I've missed that would make this movie better to understand.
No shot, bro.
Well,
Look,
one
I'm
thing-
so sorry, bro, but I don't
One
believe
thing
it.
we talk about a lot is a movie's rewatchability. And I think
Oh, this is one of those where it's like 1 or 2. That's it. And the second one is just to rewatch it just so you can get a better understanding.
but how long is it going to take you to rewatch it? Like, are you going to sit there and watch it?
Oh, no shot.
completely or
No
in
shot.
parts?
It'll probably be like 45 minutes to an hour each viewing.
Look, bro, on this podcast, on this desktop, whatever, I love to give awards, and it's award season, baby. Who's your MVP for the movie?
My MVP for the movie has to be... Well, I was waiting for Daniel to pull up the cast, but...
Oh, I got it right here.
Well, I know the name of mine. It's Molly.
Okay.
That's my MVP
Yeah.
is Molly.
Molly Burkhart?
Yeah.
I really did want to go with her as well. And I know the faces that she was making was part of the film. Like she keeps like such a straight face. It's like the entire time she hardly ever smiles. She shows like joy. Like this entire time of like this throughout the movie was just like sadness for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna give it to Leo. I was talking to my cousin and I I think is worthy of a nomination for an Oscar, but I
For
don't
her?
think he wins it. No,
Her
for
or
Leo.
him? Oh, for Leo. Okay.
You know what's so funny though?
Is that he's my anti MVP?
Yeah. Leo DiCaprio is the worst MVP for me, or the
He's
least.
the anti MVP.
Yeah, he's the anti MVP for me. I'm so sorry, bro, but I just
I think I'm
felt-
gonna give that one to Robert De Niro.
Ooh, really?
No, I thought he did so good.
I thought he
Like
did
his-
better than Leo.
Yeah, I think his acting was
But
good.
hey, this is why we give out awards, bro.
Because I was sitting there watching the movie, and I was like, I've watched so many Leo movies that are so much better than this.
You know what? This isn't Leo's best movie, but I'm really happy Molly got in it because I felt like the actress really did a good job.
Yeah, she killed it. She hit it out of the park as far as her acting
And
goes.
yeah, this might be the minority in me and giving it to Molly, but like, no, I don't care. Like, I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, I'd rather give it to a minority who like did a fucking great
No,
job.
she definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
will say that. She definitely deserves
Yeah,
it.
she did a really good job.
Leo gets 2 awards from me in this movie, and the Horny and the Timeline Award.
No.
Playa. No, bro, he was on it from the beginning.
It's the one that married the 2 sisters.
Yes, no, okay.
Yeah, that's the one who's getting it. Because as soon as the sister died, one of the sisters,
Yeah.
the first wife of his, died. Like a week later, he was already married to the other one.
A little a minor spoiler. Sorry, I'm a little drunk right now, bro.
I was gonna say that killing of the sisters might be a little spoiler, so you might wanna.
No, because that's what the movie's about.
I guess, but not everybody's gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know I want the movie experience to come back. I want everybody to go back to the movies. Let's talk about our theater experience.
Ours was almost full.
Mine too.
Like half.
No, it was more than half. I saw it
Yeah.
when I went to the bathroom.
When I bought the
And
tickets,
what?
it was just me. And then I got there and it was fucking full. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because there was a lot of people for us down below for some reason.
I did see a lot of people down low. I don't know how people watch movies.
Yeah, from down
people
there.
really just-
Hey,
Yeah.
I do want to talk about the one comment. As soon as the movie ended, I went to the bathroom, did my thing. You know, it's a 3-hour movie. The first comment I hear from the boys, like walking in, they're
A
like,
lot of people didn't understand it.
no. That wasn't the comment. The comment was, that movie didn't have to be that long. And I agree 100%. Killers of the Flower Moon did not have to be that long.
Oh, for me, I told Daniel the same thing. I went to the bathroom after we got out, and a lot of people didn't understand the movie. They're like,
Yeah,
I don't know what
there was a
going
lot
on.
of people as soon as we were walking out the theater, in the lobby, and I guess
They were
while he was in the
confused.
bathroom, everybody's like, "Yeah, that was a hard movie to understand."
No, I get that too. I did understand it. The thing for me was I felt like Martin Scorsese really held onto scenes for a long time.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't have to hold that long. Or
Yeah.
there were scenes that on the wedding, the random guy just dancing, right? I was like, do we need?
Yeah, he added no further like storyline.
Or
Like, there was
anything.
no. Yeah, he added nothing to the story.
Yeah, I get it if it's like a 2-hour movie, but like, bro, if you're,
I mean, if
you're
anything, it
pushing
could have
3.5,
just been like
Pan.
a pan. Like just seen him dance, stop for like a second,
Like-
and then move.
Like, I don't want to be the guy who tells Martin Scorsese how to do his job.
Yeah.
But like, at some point, if it's a 3.5-hour movie, bro, like you can cut shit.
Yeah, you're adding a little more.
So I want to bring up the box office scores. I have them pulled up.
I'm excited to hear it because it's a.
it should.
I
it should
believe
be
it's
really
200
good.
million is the budget, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. But
Yeah, so
200 seems like a lot.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah, that seems like a lot of money.
is it 200?
So the budget. I had it pulled
No,
up.
I wouldn't. Yeah, my guy, you gotta have the shit written down.
I know, but I had it on a different tab. I just have to flip tabs.
I thought he was ready. I really did. He was.
No, it's
about-
because I had the numbers, the box
We're
office.
going
numbers.
on like 10 minutes already, my guy.
So Killers of the Flower Moon. The budget. Dolpho was very close. It was 200 million exactly.
That's what I said.
He was very close as it being exactly.
How is this movie $200 million?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No
there's no
CGI.
CGI.
Yeah,
There's no,
where was this movie filmed? Do you know?
I'm guessing Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Oklahoma because you know they're doing a lot of more movies out there, but
But I was gonna say Atlanta, honestly.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely
So-
wasn't Hollywood.
As of this recording, this movie is at $23 million domestically and
That is-
$21 million internationally for a grand total of $44 million.
And this movie's okay. So honestly, I think this movie's gonna make its money back with Apple TV, like people watching it on the.
Yes.
Is that where?
Because there's no way it's gonna make its budget on the movies. There's no way.
Yeah.
It's a long movie, and word of mouth is good because obviously the critics and Rotten Tomatoes
Yeah.
are like good.
It's so hard for people to sit there for 3 hours to watch this movie.
It was a little hard for us. I mean, we did go late as fuck, but
No,
Yeah.
but also like I'm surprised the scores are that high just because of the words that we were hearing like walking out. You know?
yeah.
A lot of people on Twitter are saying that people don't understand cinema. People are so used to they're like, oh man, Marvel and DC have just like rotted your brains and you guys don't understand cinema. do you guys actually understand cinema? Like, if you guys actually understand cinema, let me know down below in the comments what actually is cinema. Because I bet a lot of people can't explain what cinema is.
What is cinema?
I don't know.
What is it to
Look,
you?
bro,
I can't.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, what is it to you?
Like for me, I will say for me, cinema is just going to the movies. Like the way we talk about the movie experience. That's our own segment that we have. We talk about that we want to bring people back to the movies. And that's for me, cinema. It's just going to the movies, grabbing a popcorn, going with your friends, and having a good time, bro. I don't care what movie it is. If you want to go to the movies, you're going to have a good time.
There's that too, but you also want to enjoy the film you're watching. Because we watched Black Adam and that was terrible.
Yeah, but
terrible.
you know what? It was so
that
terrible that I enjoyed it.
Nah.
Hey, just like you're fucking talking out of your ass, bro.
Because when I think of cinema, I think of like the way the actors portray the character.
Yeah, I just want to see passion.
Because I'm gonna look
No,
at that too.
passion.
You don't want to see some like lazy character,
Yeah.
lazy actor.
Because a lot of people, like on Twitter, Twitter is so notorious for this. They'll be like, "Oh, this movie's cinema versus like Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like that's not cinema." It's like, no, that still is cinema.
Yeah.
It's just
I can feel the
it's
passion.
just different. Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to see the passion, the fucking joy that the actors put in when they
And
they
that's
put
the
into this
one
character.
thing I love about Killers of the Flower Moon is that I felt the actors were really portraying, bro. Like they really cared about this story, and that's why, like, yeah, I'm saying C plus, but like that's an average movie. It did crack my
Yeah.
top 10 worst though, but the thing is that like it's a tough year.
yeah,
Like, it's just
it
hard.
is a tough year.
And the thing,
yeah, we're just getting back into movies,
Yeah.
or into the theater. So
that's why I'm glad we hit 1,000, and I really hope that we do this someday full time, so we have more of a chance to talk about other
Just more
movies.
time, like
Yeah, more
yes,
movies.
honestly, like
more
that's the-
movies, more time for
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. So get us there because the sponsor of this video is Despot, baby.
That's
It's
us.
Yeah.
We're getting into the spoiler zone.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, you were supposed to do the sound.
Wow, 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 wow.
There you go. Ooh. Ooh. If you guys haven't watched the movie, go watch the movie.
Definitely go watch it.
Just
A
so you
reminder, it's 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Take snacks. I was gonna tell Angel, I was like, I want to wear a hoodie and take some like McDonald's or something.
I was about to say, I'm going to take some spices. But
Yeah, but dude, there was a guy in front of us the whole time. All you hear was just
Like-
him fucking with snacks.
That was
Yeah.
me, and that was because I brought snacks, and I was like, I'm enjoying myself, baby.
Yeah.
And they gave me the bag because I was like, I got chicken tenders, I got chicken nuggets, and I got popcorn, gourmet popcorn. So I was like, bro, it was a 3.5. Dude, I was
Yeah,
like,
you
I'm
needed
gonna,
the
And you
snack.
went
I
all
was
through
like,
it in 30
every
minutes.
hour, no, every hour, I was checking the time. I'm like, okay, now time for because I'm like, bro, I'm enjoying myself, bro. I'm
Me
enjoying
and Daniel
myself.
were doing that throughout the whole movie too. We're an hour in.
Yeah.
We're an hour
Dude,
and a
that
half
first hour took a
drag.
minute, bro.
Yeah.
It definitely.
There's gonna say that first hour took 60 minutes. bro.
No.
in. And I want to bring that up now that we're in the spoiler zone. The pacing I thought was terrible.
It was horrible.
It was really slow. There
The
was that.
pacing was very, very
Like Duffel
bad.
was saying, the certain scenes that didn't need to be in there,
Like that
made
first,
it so much
like that
longer for
first
no
hour
reason.
just dragged on completely.
No, you know what's really funny is that I knew Brandon Fraser was going to be in this movie. So the whole movie, I was waiting for it. And at some point, I just gave up because I was like, oh, maybe I just saw
Like it's
the
a
trailer
small
wrong.
Yeah, it was.
like a back of the screen cameo kind of thing.
No, I thought he was actually like in the movie.
He
you know,
was
like-
gonna be like a main
Yeah,
character.
yeah. I
like
thought he was gonna be a main character.
Yeah.
Gonna
So
see
you-
him for at least like the second half.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I knew he was in the film because I saw it in the trailers. Like I don't watch the trailers, but like sometimes you're just scrolling and it passes you by and you see the actor, and I'm a big fan. When he didn't appear until like the final 30 minutes, I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Do you think that last part where Martin is, narrating what happens, do you think that actually should have been part of the movie?
No, that's his version of showing. At the end of the movies, they show like pictures of the actual characters.
Yeah.
That was his version of that.
No, I know, but like I'm saying, should we have actually seen it?
I was this close to giving him the worst.
Like that should have been
Oh,
part of
that- MVP.
like
Like should have been part of it.
like it should have actually been part of the
like
movie.
how he was saying like Ernest went back to Oklahoma after being in jail and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
like that should have been part of the 3 hours.
take out
At
all
first-
take out all the stupid shit and put that in.
Exactly. Like how much time would that be? 30, 40 minutes?
Yes.
All we needed was like a minute of each thing they were reading. Like, oh,
Yeah.
this is what happened
Yes.
after all this.
Yes.
Honestly, I thought the movie could have ended when Ernest got caught, and then you just tell that part. But I will talk about that part. I read about it. At first, I thought it wasn't necessary, like the Martin Scorsese part where he's reading off.
Yeah.
And then I realized when I was reading about it, it said that it was because this story was first told from a white person's
Yes,
perspective. That the
So
FBI
it's
agents,
skewed.
yeah, it's skewed. Hoover or what's the
Hoover
president?
was the FBI at the time. It was
Hoover was the president.
no, he was the
not yet.
he had just started the FBI.
To explain the ending, right? Martin Scorsese was just trying to show that the whole story was told from a white perspective. Like the whole actors that were like doing the sound effects, doing the readings and all that, they were all white male actors pretty much. Like, and I think that's important to bring up is that do you feel like Martin Scorsese as a white guy should have made this movie? Do you think he was the right person to direct
Like,
the film?
do I think that he had
Should've
like a
been.
proper understanding of what actually happened to the?
Not proper, but it should have been him.
You're saying it should have been like, was it okay that another white
Like,
person?
you think it should have been a person of color, or do you think it should have been a person of
'Cause-
Native American descent?
Because like the ending, he was pretty much making he was pretty much saying that the white people were telling the story, but he's a white person telling the story as
telling the
well.
story, yeah.
So I don't know how you guys like. Should he be the one telling the story?
When
It's
you have a
touchy
better
subject.
understanding of the story you're telling, yes. I don't care who does the film or who's narrating. When you have a better understanding, if you go in depth into your history and
I think at the end of the day, if you have a proper understanding of what you're doing,
just proper understanding of what you're doing.
Look, I will say this about Martin Scorsese. I know I brought up the question, and I'm not the one. I shouldn't be the one to give him permission, but I do feel like Martin did his homework. He at least told the story and brought awareness to it, and I appreciate that for him. You know, because it's really hard for minorities to get these opportunities, and I'm really happy that he gave this awareness to what happened, because I didn't know what happened. Like,
at the beginning of the movie, you know, I had high hopes for it with the way it started at the uncle's house. You know, he shows up and they're like cracking jokes, and I'm like, you know what, this is gonna be a good movie, like 3 hours of this. But he's like,
talking.
He's like, you like women?
He's like, yeah.
He's like, you like them white or you like them red? He's like, I like them all. He's like, oh.
He's like, I like them all.
He's like, we're gonna have to lock you up.
He's like, I even like the big ones.
That was a knee slapper.
Ketchup or mustard. It took me a while to realize that Robert De Niro and Leo were like in on it. Like they were the ones doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, no, they're playing from the very beginning.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. That's why I feel like a lot of people were confused because I didn't get it until they were talking about it like an hour in.
What made it a little bit more confusing is that Ernest actually fell in love with Molly. Like it wasn't just, you know, take away their land or take away their money. He actually like fell in love with this girl.
Which was cute.
You know, I don't think he did.
No, he did. Oh, 100%.
Oh no, yeah.
I think he let his uncle brainwash him into believing that he actually fell in love with
enough that he was thinking about the money, because he says it throughout the movie. He's like, I love money. He's like, I love money as much as I love women. But
You know,
he definitely fell in love with
At
this
the end
girl.
of the movie, he never answered the question where she is like, what did you put in the insulin?
No,
and he just stayed silent.
No, he said insulin. He's like,
No.
it was just insulin.
Yeah,
No,
but he
but
lied.
he also, yeah. He also
No,
put- yeah.
no, definitely. But he also said it was
Like, if he actually loved her, at that point, he would have told her the truth.
yeah. I agree with
And
that.
I feel like that's a tough question about what love is, you know? Maybe he was saying he really did love her, but if you really loved her, you wouldn't be poisoning her.
Because if you think about it, Ernest is actually an idiot.
Oh, he's a dumbass.
Oh no, obviously.
Like,
I mean, he went to war and then he came back and did absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. When he was talking about his gut bursting,
Yeah.
he was talking about his appendix.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, well,
That makes sense.
back in the day, people didn't really know about appendixes. So for them, it was just like, oh,
I was
my-
gonna say that kind of confused me too, because he said he had like a hole in his like he had
Yeah.
like a bag or whatever the fuck, but they never showed anything.
yeah. So his appendix burst, but you know, this is like the 1920s.
That's
so-
funny because when you bring up that at the beginning, his uncle was like, "You got any diseases?" He's like,
Not that I know of.
He's like, "Are you sick? You bring anything with you?" He's like, "Do we need to put you away?"
Yeah.
Well, because you don't know. Like,
Have you
I
guys
know,
ever
but it
heard
was
of-
funny the way he just asked, he's like, "You got any diseases?"
I feel like a lot of what we're doing is just knocking this movie because my next thing I want to bring up is the passing of time. I hated, and I told this to Daniel.
that's what I was gonna bring up.
We talked about this in the theater. How much time passed from the beginning of the movie to the
15
end?
years. 15 years.
was it 15? Do you know for a
It's
fact?
15 years.
You see, that's also, I did not know what was happening with the time.
The timeline and the flashbacks made it a little confusing.
There were
but
flashbacks?
yeah, there were a couple flashbacks.
Yeah, a
but I
couple
was telling
Exactly.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about,
yeah.
though. Like flashbacks, like to the killings.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
know.
there were a couple of them. 15 years passed, but Leo, not a single character aged except for the kids.
That's what I was gonna say. The only thing that like kept me in the timeline was the kids. First kid born, second kid born. Now
Well, Daniel didn't even know that there was three of them.
because I know
there's
that.
three
No,
kids, oh, yeah.
no. I knew there was three, but the first kid threw me off because I don't remember them talking about them having that first kid. There was just a kid. Like, so that's what threw me off because I thought they had taken care of someone else's kid, so I thought it was somebody else's. And then they were like, "Oh, she's pregnant," and they're like, "Again?"
again.
And then that's when I was like, "Oh, so that first one is theirs."
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, it was really funny too because it was a white kid and an Indian kid, and they're like, "Oh, this one could pass off for white."
Oh,
Yeah.
the grandma. She was like, "Yeah, that was a little brown."
I'm like, "Damn, grandma." Like,
No, but
I just didn't like that because like you said, they didn't age.
What could have helped was like Leo could have like grown a beard.
Yes.
Or they could have like fucking throw in some like white hair.
White hair. Same
Like
with her.
like with Molly, yeah. Like you were talking about it. She could have looked like a little Pepe Le Pew, you know?
yeah,
some,
little
like
Pepe
white
Le
streaks up
Pew,
in there.
like like some wrinkles. Come on.
Yeah, like do a little something. You know,
Yeah.
show that they're aging. I mean, Robert De Niro looks old as fuck
Yeah.
already, but everybody else could have aged them a little bit.
Yes.
Like
Yeah, 100%.
there's very little that you can do that helps a lot. Like grow a beard.
Because if it wasn't for the kids, we would have been completely lost.
The timeline would have been just the same. Because I was even asking Angel, like after he got arrested and then they go into the courtroom, I was like, how much time passed between that? And then they bring it up. It's like, oh, it's been 2 months.
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck are we supposed to know it's been 2
when
months?
Brendan Fraser says,
Yes,
"Oh,
2
I haven't
months.
talked to my counsel for like."
2 months.
Yeah, he's like, I haven't seen him since you guys
I thought
arrested
6
him.
months.
No, he
No,
said
no,
two.
it's 2.
Oh, yeah.
He said 2.
That's fine.
But yes, yeah. If it wasn't for that, like, how are we supposed to
Yeah,
know?
or
Yes,
seeing
that was confusing.
Molly
Yeah.
recuperate after like being sick and poisoned and all
Like
that.
fast.
We see her getting help, and then the next scene she's fucking walking. Like, how much time has passed between? Like, it doesn't show.
Or like they don't explain it well enough because in your head
Oh,
you're
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, "Oh, that was fast. She just got better." No, I agree. The timeline was really confusing, and that's why I gave it a C plus,
That's my reasoning for giving it a B.
B minus.
What was it that your cousin told you that made you give this movie like a higher grade?
I was just he was just explaining the scenes because I had texted him out there. I was like, this movie was a little hard to understand. I told him, I was like, first of all, the timeline. He's like, yeah. He's like, I understand because it was from 15 years. And then when I told him, he was like, yeah, it makes it a little harder to understand. But once you understand that it's 15 years, you can start seeing the little time skips.
Yeah.
Do you think that Robert De Niro's character was like actually the true villain the whole time? Like, do you like how he portrayed that?
Oh, he was definitely the villain
Yeah, he
from
was.
the very beginning. I'm pretty sure he was excited when he saw his nephew come back. He was like, "Oh, now I have someone else that can,
Yeah, and you know
I can
what?
throw into this family."
I don't think Ernest did it on purpose. I honestly felt like he said he planned it. I felt like he fell in love with Molly first,
Yeah.
and then like it just happened that they had an opportunity.
No. It was definitely that from the beginning there because you know how he was a
you
cab
think-
driver.
yeah.
And then he started picking up Molly and then he asked her, he was like, "Oh," he's like, "You know Molly?" And he was like, "Yeah, she's one of my regular customers." And then that's when they started talking about like, "Oh, well, you know, she's single and all this
And
stuff."
has like money and all
Money.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like he fell in love first, and then the plan happened. But
No, I'm sure
just-
he did fall in love because he was like, "Oh, she's pretty."
Do you
and
think
then he
his
was like,
uncle-
"Oh, well, now we got a plan."
Do you think Robert De Niro's character, King, do you think he's actually broke?
Is that his name, King?
No, well, that's his nickname.
Oh no, he's not broke. Everybody says he has money.
We were talking about it because he took out all these insurance policies.
On
He took
people.
out
And
the
then,
life.
like-
He took out
like
the life insurance
he's doing
policy
a lot
on
of
that
like
guy.
he's doing a lot of like get rich quick schemes.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
why he's rich because he's
That's because he has all.
He's doing
he
insurance
does all
fraud.
those. And it's funny because when he did the
fire?
the fire,
Yeah,
the guy
yeah.
was like,
I was.
he's
The
like,
Texas
"Damn, I
Rangers
just-"
right there.
It's like I just sold him a fire protection, whatever the fuck,
A fire policy.
fire policy. He was like, and the guy was like, "Well, you got a lot of paperwork tomorrow."
Yeah.
I remember that scene was probably the funniest because like it shows that.
And when he pulls the Karen, when he goes into the office and he's like, "I demand my $20,000,"
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, I sent that claim to Denver."
He's like, "This ain't Denver. This is
This is Oklahoma. It just shows the kind of weasel that he is. Like
Yeah.
he really
he's a
want money.
weasel.
He just,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
just wanted his money.
this whole time because like throughout the whole movie, he keeps reiterating that to Ernest, where he's like, "Oh man, like that money's got to stay in the family. Like make sure you get that money."
Dude, no, it also shows it with one of the other characters. They were like, if I become the guardian of my kids and they die, do I get the money?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And he's like,
He
"Oh,
was
sounds like you're gonna kill your kids." I'm like, "No."
Pretty much like outed himself.
No, he wanted. He fucking admitted. He's like, no. He's like, I'll kill my kids if I can get the money. But if I don't get the money, I'm not gonna kill them.
Yeah, that pretty much shows
You
what's
know,
going on.
another funny part, I gotta reword it, but I'm gonna just say it how I.
Go ahead.
When Ernest is talking to Molly at the house,
Yeah.
you know, like their first date or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
she invited him to eat, and he was talking all this, like trying to flirt with her.
Like he's rizzing her up.
He was rizzing her up.
The
and
rizz, yeah.
She said something in her language, and I was like, you know what she's saying? She was like, this fool,
This fool.
this fool.
Oilo.
Yeah.
Oilo.
And he's just
That's
like,
100% what it was. And it
hey,
just-
my boy is brave for trying to smash in the car in front of the house.
No, but the whole beginning though, I really did love the when he was raising her up. I forgot the shit that he was saying, but bro, he was like, he was putting in work, bro. He was
putting
out,
in work,
he-
yeah.
What was that other thing that made us laugh? There was another part where we were just fucking. it
Well,
just-
when they're like driving in the car, and then he was like, "You've never met a white boy like me."
oh,
You guys think this movie did a good job of retelling the Osage tribe story?
I don't want to say yet. Like I said, I talked to my cousin Tomas, and he said that
this is the only story I know.
he said that the documentary does a very good job of it, and the documentary is only 40 minutes long. So that's something I can easily sit through. It's just watching like an episode of Loki, I feel like. So I'm gonna go watch.
It's funny how he thinks it like that. He's like, 40 minutes? That's an episode of Loki.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'm gonna
Catch up
I'm
on
gonna
that.
go watch the documentary and then compare it to this movie and see what does a better job of
Okay.
understand of
Understanding the story of
yeah.
people.
I will give this movie like I'll give it a shot. I'll watch the documentary. Maybe I'll understand the movie
Yeah.
better.
That's how I felt when I read the articles. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, now I understand the story. But like, I feel like for a movie, if I have to go see something else to understand the movie,
Yeah.
it brings it down enough.
I will say, like, I'm in agreement with Adolfo. Adolfo said this movie cracked his top 10 worst. I think this movie
Well,
for
obviously,
me,
C minus.
Yeah, I
you
think-
worse than mine.
this movie is one of the biggest flops of the year for me.
Look, bro, I wouldn't go that far just because the acting was great.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it was a flop.
No,
But-
I'll let people crucify me, man.
Nah,
They can
it's
think that.
not a flop
I'll
of a
take it.
movie.
All right, guys. Well, that wraps up our review of Killers of the Flower Moon. Let us know your thoughts about the movie. Let us know, is this cinema? What is cinema to you? And we'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.